Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Look, let's start this off by explain that. Let me explain. Let me explain what happened earlier. So I did delete the previous stream, but I don't know why it's still up on YouTube. I deleted it. I had an emergency come up, and I deleted it off of StreamYard. And it was my lady that called up and told me that it was still showing on YouTube, and it is still showing on YouTube. I don't know why, but yeah, that was supposed to been got deleted. But okay, all right. So there's that. My apologies for that, everyone. Yeah, I deleted it and it still showed up. So there you go. It's yeah. Um, Technical difficulties, I guess, on that previous stream. Um, Now, because this might ruffle some feathers, and I didn't put any notes. I'm gonna freestyle this, and this might, descend into a rant. Um, yes, this is gonna be primarily concerning Fresh and Fit versus Abba and Preach. I'll start off like this. I understand as a black man born and raised in America, I understand how black women have used the white racist left to badger black men. I understand how they use intersectionality to marginalize black boys and men, right? And benign neglect black boys and men. I understand. I understand the anger. I do. And it's warranted. So it's not just about saying I understand. It's warranted anger. The way BLM was used, and misused, better yet. That should be the better terminology. The way BLM was misused, to once again benign neglect black men while trafficking off of the blood, lives, and memories of black men, right? Off of the dead bodies of black men, right? So I understand. I understand the train tracks. I understand why there are black men that do everything they possibly can to distance themselves from any type of social justice talk about racism, talk about white supremacy, talk about any of any of that talk, any of that, right? Any of the left concerns. I understand why there are black men who say all of that sounds weak. All of that is just BS. I don't believe it. I don't trust it. I get it. Right? I understand why you would attempt to double, triple, quadruple, quintuple down on a particular idea of manhood and masculinity. Mr. Z gets it. And even with that, when you decide that you have an issue with a set of other black men, and you decide that your way of insulting those black men, belittling those black men, questioning their masculinity, questioning their manhood, questioning their humanity, is by making monkey sounds. When you decide that your way of insulting those black men is by literally putting on a hood and imitating, I'm not even going to just say KKK, not hard enough, Ku Klux Klan members, to show you're not soft or weak. You don't care about this type of imagery. You don't care about the history. It means nothing to you. It only means something to soft, weak black men who use racism as an excuse. These are the type of words that Myron has said before on his channel. We look weak to those men when we talk about racism and all this social stuff, because Myron cares so much about what white men have to think and what they say, and that would explain that picture that he has where he's laying in bed with the white dude, and they're in an embrace that looks kind of homoerotic, but okay. um I understand what it is to be a man and to not show weakness, right? Stoic, stiff upper lip all the time. But is that what you exhibited here? Walking around the studio making monkey noises? Being on Sneeko's stream and putting on a hood and using the N word over and over and over again? That was a sign of stoicism, right? Real manhood, real masculinity, right? That's what you exhibited right there, right? Mm. I don't know how much. See, there's a line Mr. Z won't cross on the political left that you couldn't make me cross. Perfect example. One could say that Kevin Samuels was a conservative man, conservative black man. And even though FD Signifier repeatedly attempted to get Mr. Z to throw Kevin under the bus in Kevin's passing, which means Kevin couldn't come after me if I did engage in that. I didn't engage in it. There is something to be said about the corrosive effects of white money, of white eyeballs, of black people who have white sensibilities. So essentially, them Negroes is they're not white, but they want to be, um, and attempting to keep those eyeballs and that money flowing. And how far are you willing to go, and what are you willing to say? And at what point does it stop being you sold out? Can we even argue that these people sold out? Were they ever in to sell out? Right? Were they ever in to sell out? But assuming they were in at one point, let's say they were. At one point, do we stop saying they sold out because this is who they are now? This is them. They're not selling out, right? To see two black men, yes, immigrant, child of immigrants, etc., insult other black men by walking around on camera making monkey sounds, insulting the way those two men look. Then one of those men doubled down by going on another stream and attempting to be a KKK member. Why am I saying attempting to be? Showing that they have no problem being a black KKK member, which, by the way, is not a thing. Nice try. To show that they don't have a problem using this type of imagery. Okay. Because they're not soft. Yeah. I calmed down a whole lot from where I was earlier. Because y'all would have heard a whole lot of profanity earlier and rage and F these Negroes forever and whoever riding with them unsubscribe. Mr. Z don't even got 2,000 subscribers. And I would have been like, unsubscribe. Right? Look, we all know about the Negro wake-up call. We all know that these dudes are way overdue and it's going to happen in a spectacular form and it ain't going to be pretty. We already know. We're not wishing it on them. We already know that's how it's going to go down. We know. Yet and still, there is something to be said about this type of display of contempt of other black people. That's why I don't go too far in my critique of a particular brand of black women, right? Because I don't have contempt for black women. These black people have contempt for other black people. They think they're white. And yes, I know Mr. Z knows he's black Arab mix. I get it. Yes, East Africa. I get it. I get it. Right? Completely different cultural context. Have no problem with white folks insulting their intelligence. Have no problem with being the mascot for white for the white manosphere, being the black face, the black friend of the white manosphere. I understand. They have no problem engaging in that. As a matter of fact, they're desirous of being in that position. Mr. Z gets it. I get it. I get it. I can't even say that these guys lack integrity. You would have to ask if they ever had it. Once again, I can't say they're selling out. I don't even know if they ever bought in to sell out. They see themselves as different and apart from black, even though they both say that they're black. You know, you can't say respectability politics because even the brothers on the conservative side would never walk around doing monkey sounds to insult other black people. They may pretend racism is not a thing. They may minimize it. They may minimize white supremacy. They may think that it's some stupid thing that left black people keep on digging up over and over again, and that our biggest concerns are other concerns. But they wouldn't walk around making monkey noises. Now, what some of them will do is pretend like what Fresh and Fit just engaged in didn't happen. Now they will do that. They'll ignore that. That is something they will engage in, right? You know, as a child of immigrants, it would have been easy for me to play up my background, set myself apart. I'm different than those Negroes, and make that work for myself, right? But then I understand the history and my background, and in the eyes of those people, am I really that different? In the eyes of the power structure, am I really that different? Right? Being a child of immigrants coming from the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, so they tell us, am I really that different? Right? You know, I get it. It's easy. It's easy to sell out. It's easy to not just set yourself apart, show a certain level of superiority complex. It's not just setting yourself apart. That's not good enough. Showing how much better you are than these other black people. The tribe of black people that you have, I'm nothing like them. I'm different, right? I don't even know we want to call the tribe of black people that you have people. You know, Fresh and Fit, I would argue, are walking a very fine line, right? They're walking a very fine line. And I understand that there are plenty of people who are okay with walking this very fine line between not being hypersensitive to every slight of non-black people, particularly white folks, right? I understand that there are people that they don't want to come off weak. They don't want to come off like some of the black women who, you know, extreme, you could call them social justice warriors, who actually weaponize these things against everyone in society, quite frankly, who isn't a black woman, and even then they weaponize it against certain black women. I understand attempting to walk the tightrope between that and legitimate, real insults from white folks, suggesting lower IQ, implying lower IQ of black folks coming from non-black people, particularly white folks. I understand trying to walk that tightrope. That's not what these guys are engaging in. They have double and triple down multiple times now, right? Fresh and Fit have double and triple down multiple times in this type of behavior. This is who they are. And I get it. You don't want nothing to do with I understand a lot of their subscribers are SYSBM and Passport Bros, and they don't care, right? Because they're going to go have them some mixed babies anyway. Because some of the brothers, let's be honest, y'all don't just have contempt or anger towards black women. Y'all got contempt for brothers too. And not just the Tyrones and the Pookies and the Ray them. You get off on this type of behavior because you want to set yourself apart from other black people, particularly even black men. Look, I could sound racist too. I'm better than those Negroes too. Right? You don't have a problem with Myron just engaged in. You don't have a problem with Fresh. You don't have a problem with the white dude saying the N-word in the studio with them. Ooh. Ooh. You don't have a problem with that. Because these are supposed to be the stoic guys. Right? Myron got the most Arab nose you ever seen in your life, but he's not a particularly ugly brother. Tall brother, fit brother. And you want to know why you don't got no woman? You're a square loser with looks. What a waste. You're a tall, square loser with looks, even though you got the pelican nose. What a waste. Huh. You don't have to tell us why you don't got no ladies. And why you damn dare pressuring them to give you the vagina to be on the show. Oops. Right? You don't got to tell us. We could see it. We could see it through your actions. You know, as much as we insult game and we talk down about game, particularly in this side of the black manosphere, because we understand how way overhyped it is in the black community, there is something to be said about having no game. Like your game is your money. Like it's not how you dress. It's not that you're suave. You're not cool. Your game is your money in the fact that, yeah, okay, you're fit. Okay. But your game is your money. Not even so much your access, because you don't have much access outside of this man space thing, whatever. I didn't even say the black manosphere. I did not say that. That man space thing over there with the white dudes. Outside of that, you don't really have any access. So I can't even say you present these women with access. You present them with whatever money you're making off of this business venture on YouTube that you're engaging in with white men. So yeah, your staff might be black, but everything outside of that, mainly white. Okay, cool. So black men with money and a bit of YouTube fame that have no game going at black Canadians who are both immigrants to Canada, and the immigrants in Canada are making the black men that are immigrants and child immigrants in America look like losers. Oh boy. Oh, okay. We got immigrants and children of immigrants on both sides. Y'all already got crushed last year when y'all went at them. Y'all couldn't let it go. Now y'all making monkey noises and wearing KKK style paraphernalia. Okay, now. The people that are listening to them, let's take that back. Reel that back. The black men that are listening to them, explain. I can understand why the white dudes are listening to them. They love this. The white racist dudes, I know why they're listening to them. Why are you listening to them? Because this is what masculinity looks like, right? This is what manhood looks like. This is what being stoic looks like. This is what keeping frame looks like, right? Stiff upper lip, all of that. This is what it looks like, right? Huh. Making monkey sounds. Wearing KKK hoods. Saying inwards in front of white dudes and allowing them to say it too. Let's be honest. Myron is definitely the type that encourages white dudes to say the N-word in his presence. Wow. Wow. And Fresh just sitting there as a fellow Caribbean, just sitting there like a big dumbass, big grin on his face. Y'all can't tell Fresh is the most insecure man on the face of the earth. Yeah, we see the stutter. Yes, we see the stutter. Fresh is the most insecure man on the face of the earth. He never reels Myron back. When does he ever reel Myron back? As a fellow Caribbean, you just gonna let this keep on sliding? Yeah, you making your money. Yeah, I get it. Yes, I get it. Really, it's Myron that's the talent. Okay, cool. You never gonna reel Myron back? Because you resent black women? Because you're not that attractive? I get it. I get it. I seen your nose, brother. I get it. You're dark-skinned, brother. You're not that attractive. You got a bell pepper nose. And so you feel a certain way towards black women. I want you to understand the white women and the Latinas feel the same way that the black women do. And you know it. So y'all just gonna just keep on this road for eternity. Right? Hmm. Y'all give me 1 second, everyone. 1 second. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Y'all let me know. All right, let's do this. All right. Can you guys still hear me? Hopefully. All right. So let's read these super chats real quick. And Gil Gami, thank you for the super chat. Gil Gami says the only one sellout is Fresh, not Myron. I could see why you say that, but no, Myron is smarter than that. Myron has said, "Screw you, Negroes. My money's over here with the white dudes," saying racist stuff and being like, dude, like you're literally engaging in edgelord behavior as an adult. You know, like edgelord behavior is like for 12-year-old white boys, right? Inward online, right? Like all that edgelord behavior is for like 12, 13-year-olds listening to punk rock music. Myron is a whole grown ass black adult, as much as he want to distance himself from it, and he's engaging in edgelord behavior as an adult. Grow up. Why not? I know what's gonna make them mad. I know what's gonna get us views. Let me be the black man, be it playing Clayton Bixby. Let me be the real life Clayton Bixby. Grow up. Right? And Gilgami says, I explained it on 2 videos. Myron is Arab, not black. He's poking he's pulling a Dolezal, Rachel Dolezal, yeah, on you, all because of the confusion of the black classification of the US. He's not black African. I understand. I understand. I understand. I know that's because he's classified as that, but he doesn't see himself as that. He can engage in that and don't see the irony in it, and it's nothing to him, right? And I get what you're saying, Gilgami, but in America, and it's gonna be so messed up. Mr. Z says this: you are what the white people say you are, and there's a whole lot of people of color. That's not just a black people thing. A whole lot of people of color, they have they hate that, and I hate it too, quite frankly, if we're gonna be honest. But you are who the white folks say you are. That's why in the census they got that limited ass category. Limited boxes. Choose one. This is not Brazil. We're not gonna have a billion different ways of defining yourself. No. These are your categories. What race, ethnicity? They got like 7, 8, whatever the hell, 6, 7, 8, and that's what you are. You are what we say you are. Right? So I get what you're saying, but brother, yeah. And Gilgami also says, and thank you for the super chat again, brother. He says he doesn't say he's black. He said he's Arab on at least 2 occasions. At least on at 2 occasions. He used the immigrant card and the confusion to insult black men. Arab racism. Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely engaging in that. Yeah. He's definitely engaging in that. All right. I'm not even going to take that away from you, Gilgami. Definitely. All right. And Gilgami also says, and thank you for the super chat again, historically, those Arabs see themselves as Baidan, whites, by contrast to blacks who they call Sudan or blacks. Okay, okay. Oh, okay, okay. And then Namer says those words are Abid, white, and Aswad, Aswad, black, and Arab. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. And Trell said it the best way possible. Hate it or love it, but in America, you can define yourself all you want. At the end of the day, you still a nigga, right? And Trick Daddy has a song with a brother. I can't remember what his name is. Is it called America? And the other brother's verse was so dope. And he says like, you could be a brother driving a Benz. It's like what Kanye said before, a decade plus before Kanye ever said it, which is like you could have the PhDs, you could be from the islands and your people was enslaved, which I know why he said that, but he was wrong. You could be all of that, but at the end of the day, right? And black people have been fighting forever to not be seen that way. We're not saying that they should. This is not Mr. Z celebrating that. What I am saying is to see this person of color, let's say, engaging in this behavior. And we can even take the race part out of it. Fine. You call yourself a man. You talk about frame on your channel all the time. You don't use the word stoic, but you essentially define men as these supposed to be stoic, damn, they're angelic, stiff upper lip, shouldn't be moved to emotion people, right? That's what you say. Okay. Oh, maybe I'm not gonna drop the link because I have something to do. As a matter of fact, I am cutting in time of stuff that I really have to do. And I'm only gonna be on for a little bit longer. I should be doing a stream Sunday morning. Cross your fingers. Cross your life is life thing. I will explain to y'all why Mr. Z has his schedule and like these shows and all this stuff has been kind of erratic lately, more erratic than usual. Right? I will explain to y'all that in a little bit what's going on. But yeah, name it. But I should be doing a show Sunday morning. So for me, like that's, let's say, 9ish or 10ish Eastern time, US Eastern time. So I definitely want Gilgami, if you could come up and definitely name her so y'all could explain to me the dichotomy that is like the Arab black thing going on in East Africa, and like the Myrons of the world, right? And yeah, yeah. So you know, um, what Myron engaged in was disgusting. Before we even factor in race, right? Like the Clayton Bixby, and how did Mr. Z forget this? You did that in front of Pearl and Nick Fuentes. This, everyone, is white folks, air quotes, black friend, right? So yeah, you did it in front of Sneeko. Of course, Sneeko, yawn, right? Yawn. You did it in front of Sneeko, and you did it in front of Pearl, and you did it in front of Nick Fuentes. And Pearl was let me tell y'all, Pearl rolled off the screen. She was laughing. Nick Fuentes was laughing. Black people have always known this, but maybe we need to start pushing this more and more in dominant society about these little people of color want to be not white. We've gone beyond wanting to be white. Now we on the people of color wanting to be Nazis. That's why white folks pretending like they're so shocked. Oh, Latino racists. Oh my God, where did they come from? Like y'all never been to South Florida before. Or in that case, Texas. Oh, we didn't know that these Latinos and these certain Arabs and oh my God, some Asians, South Asians and East Asians, right? Like what's her name brother didn't imitate a black dude, didn't imitate like he was black so he could get accepted to med school. Mindy Kaling's brother, right? So this needs to go out so the Myrons of the world could stop using being air quotes black when it's convenient and then defecating on black people. We're beyond these type of people being white, trying to be white, excuse me. Now we're in the realm of these people going full on neo-Nazi. The Sith, everyone, Star Wars. If you know the lore of the Sith and how they came to be, right? Huh. We're in the world where people of color, not black people, but I'm just saying people of color are saying neo-Nazi things to other people of color. Whoa. Dude really did the hell Hitler with his coarse hair and dark skin. Like Hitler would have had him in a gas chamber. Wow. I'm with you, BGS, and BGS said, good, we can stop associating with them. I'm with Look, your Haitian nephew is with you, right? I'm not riding with these people. These weirdos with low self-esteem and white worship. Maybe you need to put up the video you did, BGS, where the older white dude was talking about the what was after World War One, when the Ottoman Empire couldn't get it out. Ottoman Empire fell, and the white world was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you're white, but you're not white. Y'all white, but y'all not Caucasian, and we're separating you. You're not in the club." Maybe Myron needs to know you're not in the club. You can kiss all the white ass you want. You're not in the club. Right? George Carlin said it, he was saying it in a different way. He was talking about class, but still, it's a big way. He said small club. It's a small club, and you ain't in it. You could bring on all the white manosphere guys. You could tell you know the real racism is against white men. That's what I think the real racism is. Oh, lame ass. And I told y'all, stop telling people they from Dade County. They're not from Dade County. They're transplants, both of them. Myron and Fresh. Right? These weirdos, these lames are not Dade County. They're not from Miami. Right? So, like I said, Myron is just a waste of height and whatever the hell. Just imagine having that great of an inferiority complex. You bring white guys on to tell them how they're the ones who's really oppressed. Whoa. Right? To say the N-word in their presence and do monkey sounds and monkey gestures in their presence. Wow. Imagine that. Because you're mad that you got defeated by the Canadian Negroes? Well, one of them is from your area of town, East Africa, and the other one is from my area of town, Haiti. And y'all so mad that they put y'all got outsmarted by Abba and Preach. Let's call a thing. Y'all thought y'all were tough. Y'all challenged them to a boxing match, and then y'all didn't realize who the hell y'all were talking about. And y'all got quiet and cowardly real fast. And your numbers took a hit. And then your numbers rose again. And now you're going at them again. Weird dudes. What do losers look like? Losers look like people with money and a bit of access and just a smidge of status, at least in these YouTube streets, this white manosphere streets, right? And you're still weird. And you're still a loser. And you're still trying to pressure them girls for vagina. Oops. Right? Imagine being a 6'3" tall brother who got the hair surgery or something like that. I see your tape line done came back, Myron. And you still gotta pressure the chicks to get some vagina. Oh, what a waste. Oh, how big of a loser can you be? You and Brickle renting Lambos and Rarries. And the girls could smell the loser cringe in you from a million miles away. BGS said, I've been preaching doppelgangers of Fresh and Fit. They the Canadian Fresh and Fit? Hey? Right? Jeez, exactly. And Trail said they punked out. Man, look. Yup. You know, it's one of those head scratch things like, what did I just watch? I just watched, because your mind is telling you this dude doesn't see himself as black. So I agree with Gilgami. I fully comprehend what you're saying, Gilgami. But your eyes are telling you black man, because you see him, you see a black man, but you know he doesn't see himself as black. Fine. And you see this person walking around a studio with white and mixed Asian guy there doing monkey sounds, mocking other black people. And your mind is attempting to make sense of this. You know logically what they're doing and what he's attempting to do. But there's still that part of you that's like, and it's probably the blue pill part of you that's like, wait a minute, what the hell? Right? The logical part of you is like, oh, you know exactly what this is. You know what this is. You're in this your studio. This is not even their studio. This is not the white dude's studio. You're in your studio mocking black people as a black presenting person. You're mocking other black people by making monkey noises. Then you go on Sneako's Rumble and you're doing your best rendition of Clayton Bixby from the Boondocks in front of Nick Fuentes and Pearl. Wow. And then you wonder how young model, his parents approve him wearing a shirt that says coolest monkey in the jungle. You wonder where those people come from. I would like to direct you to the Myrons of the world. That's his whoever raised him is that's the type of person that would approve something like that. And Fresh just sitting there, doing it also, sitting and just the grin on his, nope, nobody's cringing. All you brothers in the background, because you know they have brothers in the studio. They hang around with black. And funny enough, they hang around with black people in the studio. Their crew is black, right? And none of y'all said anything. Y'all all okay with that? I get it. Y'all don't want to mess up the money. Ain't nobody want to get fired because I know you. All of y'all making good money in there. I get it. Right? What's going on, Dr. Thunder? Thank you for being in here. Right? I get it. Fresh and Fit doing numbers. So whoever is in the background remixing sound and all this other stuff, y'all making bank. And y'all young, y'all under 40, y'all making good money for under 40. I get it. But ain't nobody gonna all right, bro. I hear you. I get it. I get it. Right? F these black women forever. But right, I get it. Yeah, we gotta go after Albert and preach. Yeah, yeah. But nobody, no, none. Okay, all right. All right. I just want y'all to remember y'all still live in Dade though. Don't think you can't be seen in you still live in Dade. They go down on South Beach all the time. You think people do not care. Right? Oh crap, we got DC in here too. Oh, hey. And DC says Fresh and Fit is a perfect example of this. It doesn't matter what you want it to be. Tribes and nations used to separate groups of people. True. True. Look, this thing just made me cringe, y'all. I watched it. I watched other people's review of it. I I cringed. Um, Looking at black people walk around making monkey noises towards other black people in the presence of white folks make it worse. Um, then doubling down and doing it. even doing worse because you made the monkey noises in your own studio in front of the white dude. Then you went on to Sneako's Rumble and did that in front of Pearl and Nick Fuentes. Oh, and what did Nick Fuentes say when he said that? Oh, like essentially, I don't have to do it because Myron's doing this for me. Oh my God. Oh, okay. You engaged in so much anti-black behavior that the white nationalist was like, oh well, I guess I don't have to do it. Wow. Okay. All right. So I agree with BGS. These dudes are white manosphere all the way, all day, every day. Let it be known for all of y'all weirdo people that try to associate them with the black manosphere. This, you can say a whole lot about the black manosphere. You can't say we're engaging in this, right? Earth, it's not about being surprised. It's one of those, oh, you did that, right? Like, I'm not surprised you did it. I always thought it because I've called them out before in my channel. I've called them out before, right? And when they went at war with Abin Priest last year, I called them out on this weirdo stuff. It's not surprised. It's, oh, you did that. I had a feeling that was you were the type of person that would do that, but you actually did it, right? Surprise is like, oh my God, I can't believe it. No, it's like, oh, you actually did it though. Wait, you actually took it even farther than, because Mr. Z could see him saying F you Negroes because he essentially said stuff like that before. But the monkey sounds, I'm not gonna lie, that yeah. And then you take it to the Clayton Bixby. See, now y'all tell me y'all saw Myron doing that, right? The anti-blackness in Myron, I've seen that. I smelled that from a million miles away. The monkey stuff, that did push me back a little back. I'm not gonna lie to you, Earth. You got me there. The Clayton Bixby, oh, now that, yeah. What's a notch under surprised? You're not surprised, but you're like, oh, you did that, right? Because after the monkey sounds, I mean, right? It's not too far fetched to believe that he would engage in something like that, and he did. Right? And so I guess what I'm also saying is, I get the anti-social justice warrior sentiment. Going back to what I said initially when I started the stream, I understand wanting to be a man that stays in frame, unlike these guys. I understand not wanting to use the white liberal tools that black women use to beat black men over the head with. I get it. I understand being marginalized and this system using intersectionality and, you know, black women's concept of whatever to benign neglect black men. I get it, right? But there are steps you take from going anti-social justice warrior, which is understandable, all the way to neo-Naziville. Right? Y'all just didn't leave, you know, social justice warriorville. Y'all didn't just leave there. Y'all walked a distance from being social justice warriors to Naziville, USA. Right? And that's what I'm speaking to on this stream. Everybody knows Mr. Z's politics. I don't begrudge anyone their politics. When it's time to have the debate, we have the debates, right? I understand much of the Black manosphere is conservative, if not neutral, but leaning center right. I get it. My question is, do you have to go from I'm not going to engage in this type of leftist behavior. I have a different set of politics, right? I don't insult conservative brothers just because they're conservative. But that's not even just conservative. You went from I'm not going to engage in this type of behavior or have this type of politics because I don't like how women, black women, feminists, the LGBTQ, how they're using this set of politics. You didn't just leave that situation. You went all the way across town, across the country, on another planet to neo-Naziville. Right? You seared weird stuff in front of the white folks. You done make monkey sounds in front of the white folks. And you done did the Clayton Bixby and Hell Hitler in front of the white folks. All to attempt to what? Distance yourself? Y'all should see Mr. Z face right now. It won't work. You are who the white folks say you are, Myron. I know it sucks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, no, no. I'm not one of them. No, no, no. It burns. It burns. You are who the white folks say you are, Myron. And guess what? Guess what? You not, Myron. You ain't white. They might let you slide with the people of color, but you ain't black. They might let you slide with that. Most likely not, but maybe. Right? I mean, we might as well have gave Myron tap dancing shoes and let him tap dance in front of the white folks. And once again, fresh old, bro. Fresh, bro. I get it. You stutter. You ain't attractive. I get it. I get it. You got bell pepper nose. I get it. Right? Myron's the talent, whatever that means. Frez, whatever. I get it. But you ain't never gonna say nothing. Right? You ain't look. All right. On that note, right? But okay. So let me read DC's comment first, and then I will read BGS's comment. Okay, so this is what. So now I got to do the stream on Sunday. I don't know if you have the time, DC, but Sunday Eastern time morning. Let's say I'll try to start the stream 9 o'clock Eastern. So I'm gonna set my time. I'm gonna try to start the stream 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, 9:30 at the latest, but probably 9 o'clock Sunday morning. So yeah, and then we can have that conversation. Because I want to bring Nema and if Guillaume Gami want to come up too, so they can explain the whole East Africa Arab black thingamajigger going on over there, and we could make sense of this thing with Myron. But let's read this. DC says confusion, and BGS says DC they are not confused. They are sold out. Don't get it twisted. But I'll leave this comment here, BGS. Are they sellouts? I don't see Myron as ever buying in to be a sellout. I would love to see who Myron's parents were, particularly his mom, to see if he ever bought in to be a sellout. Right? Like he mentions he's black. I see it. He said it before. But I agree with Gil Gabby. I don't think he sees himself as that for real, though. Right? Victor said that means 10:15. No, Vic, I'm not gonna try to start that late. If I'm starting that late, I ain't gonna even do it. Right? I'm not even gonna do it. Right? But yeah, and that's a real thing to consider, BJ. Like, it did Fresh is a different conversation. I agree with someone who said that earlier. I think it was Gilgami, right? Especially as a black, like Fresh is black, and he know he black, right? And he's insecure in not just being black, but being a black immigrant, a stuttering black immigrant who's not who his features, right? So that's a different conversation. But Myron, I think that's when it gets murky. It gets murky, right? But yeah, so that's the plan. Uh-oh. So I'm gonna do some research. I'll have that information. So thank you for letting me know that. Oh, and BGS says, oh, they sellouts. DJ Academics pointed that out. Excuse me. DJ Academic, pointed that out. Pointed out that point. I don't know why I kept on saying it the way I think you were saying it. Okay. That's the thing with reading. Like you be thinking somebody gonna say something and the words change up on you. Oh wait, they ain't say what I thought they were gonna say. All right. Okay, so that's the plan. So let me end this stream. Let me go be a son. All right, and DC says, I am down. Hit me up by email. I have heard Myron call himself black plenty of times. Me too. He doesn't deny it. Okay. All right, everybody. We will commit. I'm going to probably do a stream tomorrow again, but it's not going to be on this. But we will continue this conversation Sunday morning. Namer, obviously, I want you there. Gilgami, if you can, please be there. So, and obvious. So I'm going to probably bring up BGS and DC first, and then Nema and Gilgami, and then I'll open up the floor for however many slots I have after that. Yeah, because this convo, look, man, as a child of immigrants, but I'm black and I know I'm black, right? Like, there's no question, right? So, like, and I don't know, and I look at this stuff as there shouldn't be an excuse, but I can understand when white money knocking on the door, right? You got a decision to make. And Myron looked like he said, no, screw them Negroes, right? Whether he identifies black or not, screw them Negroes. You know what? All right, but go over there then and stay over there. But I guess because he's part of the white manosphere, I've never seen him as part of the black manosphere. Like, that's why I never refer to him as part of the black manosphere, but that's a whole different conversation. All right, on that note, geez. Whew. Negroes making monkey sounds and doing the Hell Hitler salute in front of a white nationalist. Oh boy. Oh. Dropping the N-bomb in front of the white nationalist. Did he say cotton picker too? In front of the white nationalist. And his woman, essentially. I know Nick Fuentes and Just Pearly things don't go out from what we know. But yeah, I can see that happening. Anyway, so we'll pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. We will pick this back up Sunday morning. Wow. And on that note, y'all go check out Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about this, because wow. Negroes making monkey sounds running around their studio. Wow. Okay. All right. Mr. Z out. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day. All right, everyone. Charles Irby, why did I have to look down before I ended? And Charles Irby, you'll have the final comment so that we could all be enraged as we close out. And Charles Irby says, some bootlegs tried to say it was parody. Bruh. Okay. Once again, that's white boy stunt too. I'm just joking. I'm gonna say this racist stuff, but I'm just joking. You know I'm just joking, right? Okay, anyway, we'll end out there. Thanks for that one, Charles. All right, everybody. Y'all have a great rest of y'all night. Mr. Z out.